Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you what Windows Server is. So in this video I will give you a quick overview of Windows Server and what it's used for. Windows Server is a Microsoft operating system designed to run enterprise level services such as, for example, file storage, networking, web hosting and identity management. And in order to show you what is Windows Server, we'll go into the browser and we'll open the official Windows Server documentation. As you can see, here we have the Windows Server documentation, and I will talk about this most basic one, which is the Get Started with Windows Server. We can open that, and here you have what is the Windows Server. As you can see, it applies to Windows Server 2025, which I am currently using, and it applies until Windows Server 2016. Here you have the documentation. I will read it and I will talk about some things. Here you have the basic definition that I talked about, which is Windows Server is a Microsoft Enterprise Server platform that enables an organization to run and secure applications, services and workloads across on-premises, hybrid and cloud environments. So this is the definition, and now we can move to why you choose Windows Server. Windows Server delivers comprehensive capabilities that helps organizations modernize their infrastructure while maintaining security, performance, and reliability. And you can use Windows Server for mixed environments, enterprise integration, commercial support, compliance scenarios, and flexible licensing. Here you have the description of it. I will just read it. So we can move to the another section, which is advanced and multi-layered security. As you can see, improved protections against ever-evolving threats, multi-layered safeguards, and improved resilience, which is advanced identity protection. As you can see, enterprise directory services and so on, centralized authentication, policy management across Windows, Linux, and Mac system, virtualization-based security, and secure networking, which is TLS and some other things. You have cloud agility anywhere. As you can see, get the power of Azure delivered to your edge, hybrid cloud environment, which with Azure RSC. Deploy with complete flexibility in the cloud, in your data center, or hybrid at the edge. And here you have some points, which is deployment flexibility, hot patching, Azure RSC integration, and pay-as-you-go licensing. Then you have the high-performance future-ready infrastructure, which is AI and ML ready, which is artificial intelligence and I think machine learning ready, a massive scale and storage optimization. And now, when you can deploy Windows Server? Windows Server gives you the flexibility to choose where your application and data live based on your business needs. Each deployment option often offers unique advantages that to help power your organization growth and innovation. You can deploy Windows Server in the cloud, in your data center, or a hybrid solution at the edge across different environments. So, as you can see, here we have the enterprise data center, Azure, multi-cloud or partner data center, and hybrid branch office, and they can send information to each other, as you can see. Now, here we have the how to deploy Windows Server in the cloud and deploy Windows Server virtual machines in Azure for maximum scalability and global reach. Perfect for new application development environments or when you need to scale quickly. You have in your data center upgrade your existing infrastructure to Windows Server for complete control over your environments, ideal to when you have specific compliance requirements, exists hardware investing or need air-gapped environments. Here we have the hybrid at the edge, so extend your data center to Azure with Azure RSC while keeping workloads running locally. Get the best of both worlds, local performance with cloud management and services. And you can read it to the end, maybe I'm not going to do that. We have the editions. Windows Server offers two editions designed for different scales and virtualization needs, which is Standard and Data Center. As you can see, the Standard edition in terms of environments is for physical server or environments with limited virtualization needs. Data center is for highly virtualized environments and cloud scenarios. Virtualization rights, in that case you have 2 virtual machines plus 1 Hyper-V host per license. In that case you have unlimited virtual machines plus 1 Hyper-V host per license. And the standard edition is best for small to medium deployments, specific workloads, cost-conscious environments, and data center is best for large data centers, cloud deployments, extending virtualization. Now, you have the deployment approach. Of course, you can, both edition includes many of the same features and capabilities for detailed comparison see. So you can go on that site, and if you are interested, you can go and read the comparison on Windows Server editions and comparison of logs and limits in Windows Server. If you are interested, you can go on that site. This is the official Microsoft site, and you can read it on your own. Now, we have the deployment approaches. You can choose the right approach for implementing Windows Server based on your current environment and requirements. And now, you have the clean install, which is the install on new hardware or completely replace existing operating system, and it is best for, of course, new deployments, maximum performance, and complex configurations. You have the in-place upgrade, which is the description: upgrade while keeping settings, roles, and data. It is best for the virtual machines, stable configuration, and minimal downtime. You have the migration. You have gradually move roles and features to new installations. It is best for complex environments and mission critical system, and you have cluster rolling upgrade, which is upgrade cluster nodes one at a time, and it is the best for Hyper-V clusters, scale out file servers, and strict SLAS. And now we have installation options. When installing Windows Server, choose between 2 options based on how you plan to manage your server. Of course, in that case, you can also go to the detailed information, and in the installation case, of course, you can also go. Now, we have the description, which is the server core, and you have the server with desktop experience. So you have 2 installation options. The first one is minimal installation without graphical interface, managed via PowerShell, sconfig, or remote tools. Offers smaller footprint, reduced attack surface, and better performance. So this is server core. It is the system where you have just the terminal. It is the same for Linux. For Linux, you have either Linux desktop and Linux server. This is the, I would say, Linux server in the Windows Server edition, and this is the server with desktop experience. This is the server, the Windows Server that I am currently using, and it is full installation with standard Windows desktop and GUI management tools, provides familiar interface and local graphical management. And it is the first one is best for most server workloads, especially when using remote management. The second one is the best for servers requiring local GUI access or desktop dependent application, and this is also better for me because in the previous videos, in the next videos, I can show you some options in the Windows Server desktop, which will be easier for you to understand. Now you have what you can manage with Windows Server. Windows Server provides multiple management tools that scale from a single server to enterprise data center, and you can manage Windows Server using one of more following approaches. The first one is the Windows Admin Center. The second one is Azure RSC, the third one is local tools, and the fourth one is the system center. You have Windows Insider program. The Windows Insider program for Windows Server provides a preview build of Windows Server, allowing you to early access to learn, text, and help shape the future Windows Server. To learn, of course, you can read it. And now, how to get started with Windows Server. Ready to begin your Windows Server journey? Start the free evaluation to test your environment. And I think this evaluation is free for 180 days, which is half a year. So this is pretty important. And now, how can you download it? You can click on that. So download Windows Server. maybe I will go back to it later. So you have Windows Server. I will go back to it. So Windows Server documentation, because I think it will be, I will show you some things in this later. So here we have the Windows Server. So here we have the Windows Server downloading, I would say. You have the overview, you have get started for free, so you can try it, you can download the ISO image or VHD image, and you have the description. So Microsoft Windows Server prepares you for tomorrow while delivering security, performance, flexibility, and so on. So you have the ways to try. You can download the ISO image, as I said. You have the server code. So this is basically the same things that you have here in this get started with Windows Server. You can read it. You have some reviews. So if you are interested, you can read it on your own. Here you have also the versions. So I am using currently 2025. 2022 is also good, I think, but that's also up to you. Now, system requirements for the Windows Server. As you can see, you have hardware requirements for Windows Server, and you can choose the version. It is Windows Server 2025, 22, and so on. And here you have, for example, CPU, RAM, storage, network, and so on. And I think I will also record the video about the hardware requirements, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it in this video, but you can also read it on your own. So this is basically all in this video. This is what the Windows Server is in the, I would say, more theoretical way. If you are interested in Windows Server, you can watch the next videos. I will show you also some from the Windows Server and Microsoft documentation, but I will also show some practical examples of how to do some interesting things in this system. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.